Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. Just a quick video regards to Bitcoin price action. So last night we had a bit of a dump, like maybe $1,000 drop for Bitcoin, and you can see all the bears who did not buy Bitcoin around like 16K, 17K. They kind of like feeling happy for the moment, and they seems like they're expecting Bitcoin to go down to maybe 10K, 14K, but see, the trend is still bullish, right? I mean, until it breaks 19K, you cannot jump on the gun and say, oh, Bitcoin is going to 14K or 12K likewise. So let's quickly have a look at the price action for the 4-hour chart right now. And as you can see, it was holding up price right here for some time in like about this trend line, and then it broke with like a bigger, like a long candle, which is like about like $1,000 drop, right? And now it's kind of consolidating, right? But looking at the RSI, if you have a look at the RSI and the price action, you can see clear bullish divergence. So it seems like people are accumulating in this area. A lot of people like buying Bitcoin in this area, which is a good sign. So this is the 4-hour chart, and the MACD is also kind of like looking bit bullish, right? Like it looks like it's going to turn bullish soon. But this is very short term, as you know, 4-hour chart. It's only lasts only for like 4 hours. All these candles are like 4 hours long, so we cannot like say like what would happen like in a couple of months or so. So let's look at the daily chart right here. So this is the daily chart. So even on the daily chart, you can clearly see it's still holding the price about this trend, this long-term trend line right there. We can have a look at it like, when I look at the weekly chart. So since from this FTX drop, Bitcoin has been making higher highs and higher lows. So there's a low here and there's a high here, right? And then it made a higher high, made a higher low and a higher high. Still this is, we can consider if it consolidate around this price range for another 3-4 days, like until the end of the week, we can consider that is also a higher low compared to this low, right? So this is still, the trend is, that's why I said trend is still bullish. We cannot get like, just because we had a $1,000 drop, we cannot say Bitcoin is going to 10, 12K, 10K likewise until it breaks below 19K, until it breaks below like 20 to 19 or 20K, right? We cannot say exactly Bitcoin like gonna go back into a bear market, right? The trend is bullish. This could also be like a short-term bull trend, but so far the trend is bullish as long as Bitcoin stays above 19K. So let's also look at the weekly chart, and as you can see, this long-term trend line, right? It goes all the way back to like 2017. So this green trend line, so there's support here, and it break below here, went back like through up. This is like in 2019 when went through here, and then there's a bit of support over here, resistance here, and support over here. So as you can see, there's also, it's still holding about this trend line, and right now it came back down to this level. So if it holds up there and then trying to break about like 25,200, that could be like a very bullish scenario. And let's not forget, overnight, NASDAQ, Dow Jones actually went up. So this is also a bullish sign for Bitcoin. Maybe towards the end of the week, next week or so, we might see if the traditional markets keep on pumping higher, we will probably be able to see Bitcoin just pick up and probably be able to break about 25,200. So NASDAQ is down about like 2% last night, which is a good thing. And Dow Jones is up about like 1.10%, and S&P 500 is up about 1.6% or so. So traditional markets and things are looking good for Bitcoin. All you want to see is Bitcoin going to stay here, consolidate for some time, and break above 25,200. And of course, 25,200 is like a very hard resistance line to break. So it actually needs more time. Like even if it takes like 2 to 3 weeks, consolidate in between this trend line and below the 200 weekly moving average, and then breaks above, that'll be like a really bullish sign for Bitcoin. So just because we had like Bitcoin drop $1,000, don't get like overly bearish, right? It's not, there's no point of doing that because Bitcoin has already pumped from 15,500 to 25,000. That's like a $10,000 pump. So it's still dropped from 25,000 only down about like $2,000, $3,000. So most people who are like who just turned bearish because of the dump last night, overnight, I believe they're the people who did not DCA buy during these dips, right? So whenever you see Bitcoin drops to these low levels, right, and the RSI goes so low, these are the times we need to accumulate for long term, right? Just buy like 10%, 20%, accumulate whenever you can. Even right now, it's a good time to accumulate for Bitcoin. If it comes lower, you accumulate more. So that's the strategy. And if you're not gonna buy Bitcoin when it drops to like, these areas, when it goes up, you feel desperate, right? Then you have to wait, and you have to wait for Bitcoin to come back down to those low levels. And the thing is, it might not go there. So DCA buy is very important. So this is just a quick video regards to Bitcoin price action. I'll talk to you in the next video.